let's get started on the guide to 70 and beyond. So once you hit level 70 in Diablo 3, what is the next goal? Well, the next goal is to get your 6-piece set. So no matter what class you're playing, you'll see in the upper top right, there is a chapter. If you click on it, it looks like a little like leaf. And you'll have all these different objectives that you can do, and every single one that you do, you're going to be getting pieces of your 6-piece set. Depending on the class that you play, this can matter a lot more than others. Some sets are just absolutely terrible at the start, but they're still way better than nothing. Like the Shadow set, well, it's not the best in slot for Demon Hunter from most players. It's going to be a huge, massive bonus, getting 6,000% extra bonus damage. It is huge. And then on top of that, there's a 4-piece bonus that gives you something, there's a 6-piece bonus, and the 6-piece bonus usually is what basically makes your build come up online, and then you start farming. So earlier on, you're not going to have like good pieces of gear, and that's totally normal. I just happen to get a couple pieces that are okay, and anything that you're using for XP, make sure you swap off of it, because, well, a lot of stuff just tends to drop off in terms of its power. So, with Season 29, is the season of Enmity, like portals worth doing? They're going to be quite tough, honestly, and I would really suggest probably doing the bounties first. So the first thing that we're going to be doing, and I may have completed some of these and you may have as well just by just playing the game, because you might just, like, for example, you might reach level 50. Some of these you'll complete, like leveling up the jeweler, and all those things are just gold based basically. So the first thing that you want to do is actually to complete all of these bounties, and ideally you want to do these backwards in a sense, because some of these are going to be ones that can overlap if we have them as objectives for like bounties. Like for example, some of these might be like, for example, kill this boss on this sort of a difficulty, and if you just do it as one of the bounties, you can actually complete both of them at once, if that makes any sense, because it could be a bounty and it's tied to your complete all of these act caches, and some things will require you to do a higher level. Is it better to do these solo on your own? I mean, you could just rest them while you're doing a bounty. Anyways, if you complete all of like your axe bounties, usually what you want to try to do is split bounties. And we're going to do the full process here, because I've made like guides that explain all this in 10 minutes, but I figure it's best to just have this as a full guide. So sometimes it can be better to go, again, backwards on these, because some of these, again, they overlap. But the first thing that you really want to do is try to get your 2-piece bonus. Some of the sets, they're better than others with a 2-piece. Some of them do absolutely nothing, but at least give you some legendaries, which are going to be much better. So the first thing that I'm going to do is I'm going to leave the game, and then I'm going to do bounties. And what I want to do is we want to do split bounties. The game has like a little bug here. But what we're going to do is we're going to change the difficulty to normal, and then what we're going to do is we're going to go to public game and click bounties. I know it says there's 0, but there will be someone out there that's doing them. We're going to be joining someone else's game here, or sometimes it'll just host your own game. And what you want to do is select an act that you can do. Which act do you want to do? Well, one of the bounties over here is going to be to actually kill, like, say, the Skeleton King or Magda. So check if those ones are available. Like Magda's over here. Skeleton King might be a bounty as well. You can see Skeleton King. Cool. That was part of the bounty. So let's go ahead and do it. We're going to do the full process over here. And we're relatively fast over here. And it depends on how lucky some people got on the season start. And like right now we're already level 70, and there might not be that many people as fast as I happen to be, and I got kind of lucky with some of the stuff in my season journey progression. Sometimes you can get really unlucky and you get like no good legendaries or whatever while you're playing, and other times you can get really lucky. So now we got a full party, and we're just going to complete all these bounties. How it kind of works is you select one act to do, and everyone else does their own act. And then you come together and you do the very final act together. So we're just going to go ahead and accept. And okay, so they're all going to decline the event. If someone else happens to do one of these boss events and you need it, you can hit yes. Like, for example, Magda is one that we got to do. And the Skeleton King is another one that we got to do. So we can do Magda on our own after if we want to. Some of these bosses that have like a long animation, but it's not going to be that long to complete the season journey and get our 6 pieces. Actually, relatively quick. And if you can't do it, you can ask for help. You can say, hey, can someone help with this? Because some of the bounties, like for the bosses, if your gear sucks, which, you know, everyone's doing this on normal difficulty. When you join these games, it's going to be on a lower difficulty anyways, so their gear probably isn't very good, otherwise they'd probably go way higher in normal, which eventually everyone will. There we go. Pick up all the items. And if there are upgrades, hey, by all means, use the upgrades. Alright, nothing else here that we can use. And this one over here, if you want to do it, you can do it. Some of them may be part of like the progression of the season journey. So again, you might have already done it for whatever reason as you're progressing in the game. So now that we've done this one, we're going to go ahead and go to the next map, and we're going to do Queen Erin. Well, that's the boss. It just shows you where the bosses are located, but we're looking for specifically the exclamation marks. And my whole goal is I'm going to complete all of Act 1 bounties. And if you're wondering which one is the best to complete, honestly, it's up to you. Most people just don't like Act 2 in particular because of the tile set. But the ones that are more difficult to do are generally going to be the ones where it's kill all enemies at level 2 of an area. But you gotta do all of them. There's no like reset this bounty unless you reset the whole lobby. And if you have any of the objectives that say kill, like this one over here where it says kill fire starter, just look for the boss first, because it usually will require you to kill X amount of enemies, but then also it'll be kill like some sort of elite. We have him down, and most people at normal difficulty, once you're level 70, you can complete these. But if you're having trouble, if you're dying, it's okay. You can still do it. Okay. So now we've completed this bounty, and now we're going to be moving on to the next one. So what this is called right now is split bounties, and you can farm this as kind of a form of endgame content, but you really want to do rifts and greater rifts because you want to essentially get your gems upgraded. But after that, this is really only used to reroll weapons, and it's also used to throw things inside of the Kanai's cube. So you have to help Garbag the Weak. He was actually a special monster in Diablo 1, and how he works. Some of these you'll have to kill on a higher difficulty. Right now we're just doing normal. Later we can go to T16 and just absolutely obliterate content. But Demon Hunter is just one of those classes with the shadow set where earlier on it is fantastic. And different classes will have different, like, you know, starts. They'll have different advantages. Garbag, we talked to him. So he was a special monster in Diablo 1 where he wouldn't actually fight you.
I'm still waiting.
But eventually he does try to fight you. Kind of tricks you. Brand new season's out? Yes, it is indeed. Just came out today. Alright. We're just gonna kill Garbad. I want to complete all these different objectives. Okay. Let's go and do the next bounty. So this one is kill someone. Oh, is he already on the friends list? Did he just whisper? I don't know if in this game you can whisper. But he was just saying that he doesn't expect me to play both. A lot of streamers, they'll play in like very specific groups, but I was doing like a guide. And so, whoops. I want to say maybe he's on our friends list. I don't know if in this game you can whisper people. I don't think you can just whisper people. I think he's on our friends list. Because sometimes people have their names different in like different video games. I just play a lot of like Heroes of Storm. I also play Diablo 4. But we're just doing random groups. And most people in Diablo 3 and 4, they're all going to be relatively nice and helpful. Speedrun ends. If you want, I do the most damage. Okay. Supposed to kill like a boss. We can go do the run. So they're in the. Are they in the vision? Okay. So they got one of the portals, and you can enter the portal for the new like mechanic of the season, but Honestly, I don't think it's really worth it. I think it's way better to get your 6-piece bonus first. Oh my gosh.
I'm still waiting.
He's gonna get a bunch of Death's Breath though. That's one thing that is kind of nice. Alright, you know what? I'm seeing all these elites. I kind of want to do it now. But, oh, you know what's another thing I do want to test out, because this is kind of new. Because it's a brand new season, right?
Not ready yet.
So there's going to be some stuff that you're going to have to discover on your own. And I'm kind of curious, if you're in a group and it drops some of these... Oh, whoops.
I am returning to town.
I thought, is one of them in the area? Oh, okay.
I'm still waiting.
So I'm curious, if I go to the previous floor, is it going to have any of the drops? The answer is no. Okay. So we can go do it real quick.
I need more time.
You see no value of Enmity on normal. I'm pretty sure there is very little incentives to do this, but I mean, for the sake of doing this as an experiment, why not, right? And he's basically destroying everything. But at the very end there is a chest, and you can see what the rewards are on normal. But... let's see if there's any upgrades here. One Death Breath.
I'm still waiting.
Should be like the last one anyways. Yeah, these things are way too tanky, I think, for what they offer in terms of rewards. But he's just zooming through everything. I don't even know if I'm contributing that much damage right now. Let's see. Oh no, we are actually, yeah. Because oh no, he's attacking this too. All right. All right. We got 3 Greater Rift Stones. It's 1% damage. I need my belt though. 2.9%. Let's see. 9%. Lose 20% toughness though. I don't think that's worth it. Oh, he just walked straight through. Going straight to the end of it. Let's see what the rewards are also for this, because this could be like something new that could be worth it. Oh, we lose 20% toughness with that. No, I'm not gonna sacrifice that much. Alright, let's go to the next area. And this is just kind of similar to like some of the bounties anyways, but for the sake of like this being season 29, let's see if this is actually even worth it to be doing at 70, so you guys can actually see, because I want to say this is not worth it. Like, I think the guy was correct. I mean, even when I was doing my leveling like guide video, I was saying it's pretty much not worth it to. Oh, wait, he's just going straight to the next floor. Okay, so this is the big reward at the very end. It's just some bounty materials. It's not worth it. Unless you really need to get like a very specific item. But in one of the floors, like I know that I've gotten like 100 Death's Breath just from like one floor. So if you get that one special floor, it could be like okay. But let's go ahead and continue the bounty. So we're supposed to do Act 1, and we have just this one to do now.
I'm still waiting.
My character's just a little bit slower because we don't have that much movement speed at all. Eventually, we're gonna get a lot more movement speed. We're gonna make sure we have room to accept these bounties and these rewards.
I am too low on discipline.
Okay.
I am returning to
This one's finished now. Let's go ahead and salvage all these things. We don't need I don't need all this garbage. This is just mostly just garbage. I could put them in the Kanai's queue, but it's fine. I just want to go fast. And there wasn't really anything except for maybe like Cinder Coat for some like build. Okay, so what do we got? West March is going to be the last one. That usually people usually don't like to do West March. Let's see. I like in terms of what quests are the best ones to do if you're like brand new to the game and you're wondering. Oh, there's another Enmity. So they can actually have multiple come out. So multiple portals can come out in the same game. You don't have to like leave the game, I guess. But going back to what I was saying, which which ones are the best ones to do. You have to do all of them anyways, but if you can choose which ones to do, because how it kind of works is there are 4 players. When you split and you each do one act, there's technically 5 acts in the game, right? So on the very 5th act, you can kind of pick which one you choose, right? And then, you know, your teammates will all choose. There's technically 5 bounties on each one, but one person will have to do 2, or everyone comes together and they do the very final few. But the one that I personally like, I like the kill quest where it says like kill 100 enemies or 75 enemies and then you kill 1 elite. I always look for the elite first. So I kind of just attack and move along the way. Pop this. I'm getting CC'd. But Act 5 in general, it has a lot of twists in the like the terrain. So some people don't like Act 5 for that reason. I keep on seeing like upgraded like upgrades for us on the. There's a goblin next to us. Oh. Is that pet one? What's this one? Oh, it's the pet goblin. Oh, we already activated it. If you get the pet goblin, you can sometimes say, hey guys, I got the pet goblin. Pets don't even work right now. There's a bug in the very beginning of the season. We should be able to kill this pet though. Or the goblin. But the pet goblin, sometimes people prefer you to be like, hey dude, there's this pet goblin. I got a unicorn pet. This one's a little bit more rare. Finally we got some movement speed. Oh my gosh. Finally. Alright, let's keep on going. Okay. So we can just accept doing the Yugioh one because, well, I think it's gonna be like the last bounty anyways. And the Yugioh might be one of the bounties, but usually a lot of these will require you to do a certain level or higher. Like it'll be like, do it at this difficulty. But the bosses will always have these little like chests at the very end. Ooh, nice. Nice little upgrade. It's always about just getting all of your stuff to be at least like yellows, and then all of them to be at least legendaries, because legendaries are just going to be a little bit more powerful. And then eventually we're going to get everything ancient, and then we're getting a lot of these chapters done. Cool. So let's go see what else we need to do. Okay, there's 1 bounty left, so we're going to go finish this one off. There we go. Oh. This is not it. This is like the there's sometimes there's an area that has multiple. There's like another quest in the area. It looks like this one's actually over there. Even though it shows up as a yellow, which is like kind of like the quest marker. Look how fast some people are already, gang. Just zooming. Let me see. I still can't even activate my pet. Okay.
That was just a taste.
Alright. And so if you look at the map, by just hitting M, you can see all of them are completed. They have a little like check mark. That means all of these bounties are done. And now we can talk to Tyrael. Well, someone else talked to him. So you normally talk to Tyrael and he's going to give you one of these caches, and you will open up the cache. And this is part of the season journey. You're going to see a lot of stuff just start dropping. And we're going to get a lot of these different plans. These plans are going to be used to craft. So we're just going to go up to the blacksmith, and we're just going to right click on any of the ones that have a little anvil. The ones with a little gem icon, you will go to the other NPC, which is Covetous Shen. So what this does is it gives you the recipes to craft certain items in the game. And one of them that's going to be really important for Season 29 is going to be something called the Guardians. And I'll show you guys what that looks like. What? Uber's time. Oh, okay. He's doing Ubers. Oh. Okay. It's fine. So what we're going to do now is, you see, we still need to do a Nephalem Rift. We also need to kill Magda. So if she's not killed in this game, I'm just going to go ahead and do it because we need to do it. So we're going to go kill Magda. And once we get our 2-piece bonus, man, we can just absolutely shred in terms of damage. We can go much higher in the difficulty. I can stop using this belt that's like not very good. I mean, it was good for the time, but I think it's time to replace it. So we're going to go kill Magda. Demon Hunter is one of the classes where you can do a lot of stuff a lot earlier on with the shadow set. So Magda will be up over here. And you can get it sometimes as one of the bounties, and if you do, or if your teammate is going to fight Magda, it'll say like, you know, the person is doing this, would you like to enter? And you say yes. Okay. So we'll go kill Magda. Boom, she is gone. Watch out for those explosions that could do some pretty big damage. Alright, so now Magda is done. We have 8 out of 9 completed. And the next thing that we gotta do is we gotta do a rift. Now, I'm not sure if there's anyone that's gonna be doing a normal rift, but you can crank these out relatively fast. But I'm gonna be smart and join a group for a rift. Let's go try rift on normal. We might be able to join a game, and sometimes you get really lucky. You can join a game and someone's almost finished with the rift. Now, if the game takes, I believe, like 30 seconds, it's either 30 or 60 seconds, what will happen is it won't make your own game. And you could just create a game and then set it to public, but there's a duration at some point where it's searching for anyone in your region. It tries to search out for your region, then it'll expand it a little bit further, but usually won't get a game that's super, super far away. I guess we have a homie that's, oh, he's level 26 right now. But we leveled, I would say, still relatively fast. So you can see it's going to create our own lobby if there is no one else doing this. So we have some Paragon points earlier on. It's a small amount, but we'll go ahead and throw this stuff in. We'll get that area damage earlier on. Quite nice. So the goal in a rift, and you're going to have to do these. So your goal in the rift is just to kill a bunch of monsters. Eventually, once this thing goes to 100%, you will be able to fight a boss. And that's basically one of the major forms of endgame content. Eventually, you're going to have to do a Greater Rift 20, but this is going to be basically the whole guide. So I think with like 20-minute videos of like explanations, sometimes people will get lost, and I figured I'm going to do the full thing. So it'll be fun. Well, Wild, how you doing? We're also live streaming on Twitch, so I'm not talking myself. So we got a legendary. Also, inside of these rifts, there is a double legendary drop chance. So you have higher chance for loot. But loot doesn't really matter too much in this game once you get up to a certain point. You're really just doing this for the Greater Rift Stones. Oh, we got another belt. Nice. What's this one? Okay. So we can probably replace this thing very soon. As soon as I get my 2-piece, I'm going to see if we can use our blood shards. I want to try to get an item that is going to significantly increase our damage and also give us 3 of these knives that shoot out versus 1. It just makes the speed so much better. This one has teleports us backwards. Alright, keep on going. Alright, let's keep on going. Did a new season start? Yes, Darkcypher. That's why everyone's on Diablo 3 once again. It's always fun to come back to this game. I genuinely enjoy coming back all the time. Diablo 3 is probably one of the fastest action RPGs out there. I mean, PoE gets pretty fast, but you have to have pretty good gear. Same thing with like Torchlight Infinite. Like, you can go zoom, but in Diablo 4, there's like the Shred Druid that can be pretty fast. But other than that, like, the speed isn't on the same level of D3.
I'm still waiting.
So we're almost
I'm too low on discipline.
almost there, halfway already. So yeah, this is basically the form of endgame content. You kill a bunch of stuff. Eventually, what's gonna happen is a boss will spawn, and when you kill elites, they'll drop these globes. You can pick those up. Make sure you pick up the Death's Breath. You're gonna want those for crafting later. As far as picking up the yellows, I wouldn't really worry about it too much, to be honest. It's not like a huge priority.
I'm still waiting. Not enough discipline.
You can pick them up and you can salvage them. I mean, it's not like absolutely worthless, but in terms of picking them up like you would in Diablo 4, to craft on, you don't really need to do it in this game. So go over here and go to the next floor. We're 78%. Oh, we also, since we had 70, we have another passive. We should put that in. Ambush is definitely going to be what we're going to go for. I'm going to go throw that in real quick. So make sure also once you get level 70, throw in your last passive. That's good. Also, you get these pylons. These are basically super shrines. They absolutely just give you a massive extra DPS boost or make you go way faster. The one that really is going to be huge in power is going to be something called Conduit, which just launches a bunch of like lightning storms at enemies. So we're almost there at like 96%. One more elite should do the job. There we go. This is what happens is once you fill up that bar, the Rift Guardian comes out, and well, we melt it in pretty fast. Alright, grab all the loot. Okay. And now that we've done this, we are... And then we gotta talk to Auric, and then this completes it. And now we have gotten step 1 out of the chapters. You'll have to complete certain chapters to get items. So the next one we're gonna have to complete is chapter 2. So next we have to complete a Nephalem Rift on expert difficulty or higher. And the next one is to kill Yugioh, crafting a ring. We'll go ahead and do that. So let's go kind of in order. So the first one that we gotta do is to complete a Nephalem Rift on expert or higher. So if you do one on expert, I guess you would get the benefit of the, I'm pretty sure you get the benefit of the like easier ones. So what we're gonna do is, whoops, we're gonna go to expert. That's still a really weird bug. Wait, did it say solo? I know eventually you have to do a 20 solo. If it searches for a game and we don't get one in like the next 5 seconds, I'm just gonna host it because it's gonna be faster that way. Okay. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna make a private game of expert, and then we're gonna open it up. So if anyone wants to do it, you guys can just join. Any new rewards? Yes, there's a pet and there's a new frame. You get a pretty cool pet. So this shows up over here. There's also some wings. I don't know if it shows the wings at the end. So you can get these wings at the very end. Those are pretty cool wings, and the pet's good. The portrait frames are good. Like, this is a pretty good season for the like cosmetic rewards. So yeah. So let's see. Rax is already 32. Okay, so we're not too far behind. All right. So let's go now, and here's another content creator. Let's see. Oh yes, we're gonna do, did it say solo? Okay, it's just Nephalem Rift on expert. So what we can do is we're gonna go ahead and open it up, and we're gonna go open game to public, and then we're gonna make sure we select Rift. And then now people that are trying to do it expert as well, they can just join our game, and it's gonna be faster to do this with more people. And this is just the main form of endgame content. You're gonna be doing a lot of rifts in this game, and later one of them is gonna be to do a solo one, but it's gonna be a greater rift, which I'll show you guys how we do that once the time comes. But we just need to get our 2-piece bonus, and then we're gonna be swapping up to our dagger build if we want to. We really want to get a Carly's point. If we get a Carly's point, man, it's gonna be super, super good. It's random if you get certain things in the game, and that's how Diablo works. Any action RPG is gonna be like this, though.
Need more time. I am too low on discipline.
Oh, do you not see the rewards? Cypher? I can show you them again if you want to see them. Let me know if you want to see the rewards again. But if you open the game here public, the game will not pause anymore, which is... I actually think it's really cool that on single player the game does pause. But yeah, if you want to see the season journey, like rewards for the very end, the most important one, there's the pet. Or taking like no damage, it's good. But yeah, it's like a little blue bird, blue-purple bird. Oh, nice, we got a power pylon. Power pylon gives you 400% increased damage, it's really good. Man, sometimes you can get unlucky on a rift, and it's just super dry. It has like no monsters. I mean, ideally you just complete one of these on Torment, like 20, and you just do a GR. Or I think it's like Torment. There's one where it requires you to do a certain Torment. But to be realistic, doing these as a stepping stone is totally fine. Except for I wish I just did the expert one, because I think we can do this one no problem. But you can get these done pretty fast. I'm just going to do the full thing so the guide has everything. It's got literally everything. Bounties are going to be annoying this season. Every time a portal spawns, everyone abandons their bounties and goes in. I don't know if that's necessarily the case. I mean, most people are doing bounties for the materials anyways to reroll their pieces of gear. And all you really need to do bounties for the most part, is the Worldringer Grandeur for 90% of the players. There are some builds that maybe are niche that could get, let's say, the Gloves of Worship. Some LOD builds or something. I think Gloves of Worship are excellent that they emanate as well. But right now this is like our current thing that has our good multiplier. But later we're going to be able to shoot once and it's just going to penetrate everything and it's just going to do a massive amount of damage. Or we can do the ricocheted one. Ideally we want the one that shoots out 3 knives. But we need to get Holy Point Shot, which is a legendary item. And when we do these rifts, we're going to be getting blood shards. Oh, so we got a new like little pet. But I can't equip the pets because the menu is broken apparently. I wonder if it has to do with something with like solo self-found. Registers your character in different zones or something. I'm not doing solo self-found. I'm just thinking that maybe that could be causing some sort of like issue with the pets. So pick up these. I think at this point we have most of our items, at least yellows. And like okay stats, but I mouse over sometimes while I'm like in the middle thing. It doesn't really matter since we're playing softcore. Anyways, dying. No punishment in D3. Diablo 4, sometimes you gotta walk a long ways when you die. Pick up all the Death's Breath for sure. Melted all of them. Ooh, another power. We'll grab that. Grab that. Hopefully we don't get frozen. Nice. So now you'll see the orb basically just melt into everything. So we have that bonus. So this is the belt. We're gonna eventually swap off our other belt. And pretty much at this point in the game, once you are level 70, that's where the best drops are. Unless you count like primals. Which in order to unlock primals, which is like technically is the like rarest and the strongest item, it just rolls with perfect stats on all of them. But it might not roll with the stats you want, it's just numerically it rolls with the highest number. Like if you can roll like up to a 1,000 vitality, it will always roll with 1,000, but it's not like that much of an increase, basically. If you're thinking about like World Tier 3, like Sacred versus Ancestral, it's not on that level, but pretty much once you're level 70, you just Ancestral is the only thing that really matters. We got Jailer, that one's kind of rough. Oh, Rex just finished Tier 20. Right. Then we're gonna go to Auric, and we're gonna salvage all these things. Unless there are upgrades like this. No, a small little upgrade. What's this upgrade? Oh, another upgrade right there. This was a 10% damage upgrade. We lose some toughness, but that's fine. Most of the time you just want damage in this game, unless you're just like dying. Eventually we'll replace the armor. Let's see. Okay, so we got 23% toughness on that. That's huge, but I need this for our damage right now. That could be okay for a little bit, but let's go salvage this. It's not gonna use. Actually, this isn't that bad. There's one where if you roll through them, it's actually not bad. Okay. And while you're doing the rift, sometimes it takes a second to close. So now our next step is to equip one of our followers. So what we're going to do is we're going to go to our inventory, and we're going to just equip them with everything. Oh, you know what it needs? The last thing that it needs a Templar relic, which is a thing we consider armor. Just craft the lowest one because it's the cheapest. You don't want to waste your materials on him yet. All right, now we're gonna fully equip him with all the pieces of gear, and then we are good to go. You can just equip it and then remove it. And the next thing we have to do is we have to kill Gome at level 60 or higher on hard, since we're doing expert. So if I want to change it, oh, it's because it's a public game. So if I wanted to do, we could leave the game. I'm pretty sure expert's right after hard anyways, but it says expert or hard or higher. I'm just gonna do whatever it says because some players might not be at the level to do it. We're gonna go do this. So let's go complete it. So yes, we gotta do. What is it? Gome, Iswal, and we're gonna craft. Okay, so Gome first. So Gome's gonna be in. Where's it? Act 3. Oh, he's part of the bounty too. Cool. Extra bonus XP, but ideally we would just be doing bounties, and you'll eventually get this done anyways. We're just gonna rush straight towards the bounty if we can. If you see any of those like little pools of reflection, you can grab those. Oh, there's a goblin. I hear the goblin. This build's kind of bad for the goblin because if they're moving, the grenades might not bounce multiple times on them, and that's how we actually get to deal our damage. All right, wow. One veiled crystal and a random item. Feels like most of the chests, if you ever played Diablo Immortal, some of the chests in that game, it's like 2 pieces of gold and like a random item. Alright, so let's go kill Gome. Get all very, very fast. Ooh, he is done. If he's the bounty, you get to open up a chest at the very end, get some gems. Upgrade on the belt. We're probably just gonna salvage all of these, though, to be honest. And then if we had a pet, it would pick up all the gold, which would be kind of nice, but the pets are bugged right now. Okay, so next up we have to kill Iswal. Iswal is going to be in Act 4. So High Heavens, Iswal right there. So sometimes you may see some other like objective. It's because it's part of the bounty, but we're not here for the bounty. Just here for Iswal.
I am too low on discipline. Not enough discipline.
Here we go. It should be right about here. If we want to go faster, we can remove Perfectionist and make this cost a different resource, or just make it so it has a 6-second cooldown instead. It's another option. And over here, the Great Span. Okay. He used to be like kind of a hard boss, to be honest, because he would freeze everyone. Hello, Hanu. How's your season going? It's going alright. We haven't gotten any like insane drops yet, but once we do that GR70, get that first primal, and see what we get. Hopefully it won't be Blackthorns. And he's gone. Boom. Woo. So he's gone. Alright, next up though, we have to craft a level 70 ring or amulet. So that will require you to have a variety of gems. Say ring or amulet? Or ring and amulet. Ring or amulet, okay. So we're gonna go to craft a, we're gonna go to forge jewelry, and we're just gonna go ahead and let's go craft either one, doesn't really matter. Craft either one. Bam. Next step. And last one is transmog. So we gotta go to the mystic over here, and we gotta transmog an item. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna click on this little tab here, and what this means is you're gonna be changing the looks of it. That's how it goes. And now we have to do another set of objectives, but we have that one done. Now we're going to have this message. We're going to go claim to inventory. We're going to open it up. It's going to give us 2 pieces of our set, which is going to be the shadow set. It's going to give us a massive boost. Okay, so we got life per hit on that. No crit. Okay, 8.5. Not the greatest rolls, but that's okay. We're just here for the well equipped with a melee weapon. The damage over bolas, or chakram, fan of nice, and impale. It's going to do a massive amount of extra damage. I wish we kept the spine season hay through now, which was the thing where it gives us extra resource. But I have some blood shards. What we're gonna do is we're gonna go to Kotala, and if you have blood shards, you can spend them. I'm trying to get the holy point shot. Oh, I got 9 serious satchel. That's good. That's actually really good. Well, this is 6,000. This is still like it was still an upgrade. I'm pretty sure. Anyways, this makes it so our hungering arrow does a massive amount of damage. If I want to swap to that, let's see how much damage we can do. The cold one is like the best one. So now that we're done with that, we're going to do the next step, which is to complete Nephalem Rift on Master or higher. Okay? So Nephalem Rift Master or higher. Let's go do that. And remember how before I was saying you can do these seasonal things like backwards? So if I was to go, because I need to do Chapter 5 to get my 6 piece. So the next one would be to do a Rift at Torment 1 or higher. And I'm pretty sure if we do that one, I'm going to attempt to do it. And we're going to see if we can actually do it. So some of these other ones on Torment, like 4, that might be pushing the character a little bit hard. But Chapter 3 is pretty fast. And once we get Shadow Power, getting all the runes, we're going to be running super fast, and it's really nice. So I'm going to see if we can do the T1. I don't know if we're going to be able to do it. I'm going to try. And if not, you can always lower the difficulty. The D4 update. Oh yeah, there is a D4 update. Actually, it was considered a hotfix, which was really strange. But let's go ahead and do a Nephalem Rift. It didn't say Greater Rift, right? Just a Nephalem Rift on Master or higher. I'm pretty sure, yeah, okay. So Torment 1 or higher. Let's see if we can do this one. If we can't, it's not a big deal. It just means we got to, you know, level up our character, and we can change the difficulty to Master if we need to. It's doable. It's gonna take a really long time though. That's how I feel. Actually, it's not that bad. You know what? We're gonna do it because this way I don't have to do 2 of them, and it's just part of like the progression. Oh, let's swap off the belt though. This could give us extra damage. It's relatively quick. Since we got the 9 series satchel. This is what I wanted when I was like leveling. If I just got this, our progression would have been way faster.
I'm still waiting.
Like I have the ability to use my Carly's points, which would basically let us one-shot everything, but let's see. It's doing pretty good, I'd say. The thing that sucks with Carly's point, before you get Holy Point shot, you can only attack one thing at a time. And that significantly ruins your speed. Yeah, we're hitting for enough damage to do T1. No problem. And this is up to you on whatever build that you have. Some builds, you get lucky, you get that one item. But even if I didn't have it, you know, that item, I would still be able to be relatively strong. And we could probably complete the whole like season journey in about an hour, hour and a half. Let's see how long this takes. I'm actually kind of curious. I actually haven't timed myself on this. Also, I don't really have any like insane pieces of gear, so it's realistic. Because I know sometimes I'll get really lucky on my, like, you know, leveling progression. People are like, oh, dude, I can't keep up with him. He's too fast. The altar's not up this season? No, apparently it's coming back, though. I guess they didn't want to double up on the same season mechanic? I don't know, I just think it should just be in the game. It's a really great thing. I mean, could you imagine altars plus ethereal weapons and stuff? That would be really cool. The movement speed one, that's awesome. Stutter stepping is really smooth right now. I'm enjoying it. One thing you can also do is you can do a Greater Rift 1, since I have a bunch of the keys from doing the Divisions of Enmity from Season 29. What we could do is do that just so we can get some legendary gems. And if we get the Legacy of Dreams, which you'll get usually earlier on, the first two, you should be able to get it. That'll give you actually a decent power spike boost. The elites take too long, you can skip them. But it's just Torment 1, and you should be able to mount them. As long as you have any, at least like 1x multiplier. Like, we only have one multiplier for this. Now let's grab all these orbs. These orbs are good to get. Like, there comes to a point where I don't have to pick up the orbs. I can go so fast, like, especially with like the new Crusader build. I can go so fast. It's actually slower to pick them up, which is crazy. But that's just how it works.
Do you want more?
I like how you get to max level in one day. In Diablo 4, I feel like it's impossible to get to max level in one day, even if I played for like 10 hours straight. It is nice to be able to max level. I guess with max Paragon, I could probably hit 800 Paragon in one day too. Because the way Diablo... this Diablo works is just exponentially just faster as you start like leveling up and stuff. It goes real fast. We get Nemesis bracers and then we'll go even faster. Alright, let's go. Alright, grab the blood shards and let's go, and hopefully we can still try to... Oh, we got this. This is actually a pretty good thing for damage reduction. Let's pair of bracers. Alright. So Go talk to Auric, and we have one more thing that we get with Kadala. Let's see if she can give it to us. I don't know. Didn't get it. Alright, as far as the other things, I'm not really even too concerned about like reading about these other so it gave us like hungering arrow damage. Alright, let's see. Well, this technically gives us some more damage, but I need it for the hungering arrow right now. I'm just gonna go salvage everything. And, oh, it's because we transmogged the item, so it doesn't register. Alright, let's go ahead and identify the bracers, and this will be definitely an upgrade. Even though it doesn't say we get toughness upgrade, it 100% is a toughness upgrade, at least right now. Alright, so the next step that we got to do, we're 9 out of 11 done. We have to kill Urzael at level 70 or master. Let's go, we can probably do it in here. So Urzael is in Act 5, and you can actually lower this. Was it master or her? That's what I wanted. Okay, so Urzael is in Act 5. So Act 5, Urzael. And some of these bosses, they take a while to find, specifically Urzael. Urzael and Adria can take a second to find.
I'm still waiting. I am too low.
It's not at the hideout. So if we want to, we could actually do this to get even more speed. So what we would do is we'd swap this and we'd do the special recipe. Or this one's good. So every 6 seconds we get to activate this for free, and we get to move super fast. Ideally, we get a bunch of cooldown reduction, and we can just keep that up the whole time. Alright, you can activate it relatively fast. There's this additional movement speed with our passive that I just thrown, which is tactical advantage. Go find Urzael. It's not over here. You know what we could do to go even faster? I think our survivability is okay enough. We could actually swap the boar to ferrets, and then we'll get extra movement speed.
Need more time.
As much movement speed as possible. Let's sit right here. I don't know. I'm pretty sure it's like a little set of stairs to go up. It's usually where Urzael will be located. Oh yeah, power leveling is so much better in D3. Like in D4, sometimes if someone's like, hey, can I get a power level? I'm like, okay, for sure. I'll level it. It takes like an hour plus, right? It takes a long time to get to like, usually you level them to like 50. But like to level up someone to like, you know, 80 or something, oh man, that's too long. So coming back to D3 is always welcoming for me. I enjoy it. Because with this game, I could like halfway pay attention to it, and I can still play because I've been playing this game for so long. I'm just like, I know most of the things in this game. So the Tower of Corleen is where you're going to be finding Urzael. Talks for a second. Transforms. He tries to rocket jump. Okay, the next step is to kill Queen Arene. Okay, so that's going to be in Act 1, and here is Queen Arene. Once we kill this one, we're going to have 4 pieces of her set. The biggest jump is the 6-piece set, and yeah, we will be melting content once that happens.
I'm still waiting.
You're barely level 21. How do I level up so fast without getting boosted? Right now I'm uploading the leveling guide. Honestly, this season is not like a super fast. Like last season was 1 hour for me to level up. This season, it took a little bit of time. I didn't get really lucky with my stuff last season either. It's just, we had a season power. So what you want to do, Ale, is Temple of the Firstborn is kind of where you want to go. And you want to do these massacre bonuses. That's what's going to set you apart. But to answer your question, Trex, how's this going? It's going good. I mean, in terms of the season empty, I messed around with the season like mechanic a little bit too, but woo, we got a ring. Let's see, what is it? Ah, it's Leoric's ring. I mean, it's gonna be better than the one we currently have, so I might as well ID it. I'm just gonna equip it right now. I don't need it for the XP bonus, but the extra 16% damage, whew, that is a very nice addition. Queen Aranea can also be one of the bounties, but this area is just so... It's so long and stretchy, and sometimes you can get super unlucky and you have to walk a very, very long stretch to get to the boss. Oh, there's a respawn chest. I'm going to have to at least pick that up. So, one tip that I have if you want to go faster, when you open up chests, walk away from them. And if a legendary drops, then you can walk back, because the chances of it being a legendary are a lot less until you're doing like T16. T16, a lot of chests will actually have a legendary that's going to be up to the top. They're coming up to it. Let's see. Usually tell because the tiles will change. Like it will be like some stairs. Here we go. So this is where the boss should be.
Need more time.
And with the boss. Okay. So ideally you want to kill this thing fast enough, because if you don't, we're so close. So close. Yeah, just a little bit of HP. The reason why is if you don't kill it, well, it goes away. Woo! Okay, so now that season journey is complete, we're on the very final one. Man, we got the season journey done pretty fast. Very nice, very nice. Because now we have this message pending, and we are going to claim the reward, claim the inventory, and now we'll have the four piece of the shadow set. And this is going to be excellent because, well, we're going to now have our shadow power that we can just throw on, and I can drop sentry over here if I want to. So now we're going to be able to have the shadow power. This is basically the defensive stat of the build. And it doesn't really matter which one you take. It depends on what kind of color that you prefer. Now once we activate this, we have these cool black wings, and they will last forever. It's a permanent buff. It's awesome. And you get to run around way faster too, which is really helpful. Okay, so we're on the last one. We have to reforge a weapon property or socket. That's an RNG. I don't have a good weapon, so it kind of sucks, but we'll do that one like last, because I don't have a weapon. Maybe I'm going to get a weapon as a drop, right? Then we have to slay all of the Key Wardens, and this is on Torment 4. Okay, then we have to kill Zone Cool, Siegebreaker. Okay. And then the last one that you need to do that's actually a challenge is the Crusader Rift. We're going to do all of them to hopefully get an item. And then we're going to do the very final one. So let's go ahead and leave the game. So what we're going to do is we are going to select. So let's just get in here. Oh, did the server crash again? It crashed once already today, where like it's stuck on the screen. If that happens, don't worry about it. We can close the game. Turn it off and turn it back on is the solution to it. But check this out, guys. Check this out. There we go. We got a season spotlight today. And let's go ahead and hit start. I want to save that pic real quick. So I can print it out, put it on my refrigerator, and share with my nan. Alright, there we go. Now I saved it. Yeah, it was really nice. Today we got a season spotlight from Blizzard, which was awesome, awesome. Alright, there we go. And we are good. Okay. Anyways, let me go ahead and actually change. Whoops. Let's go change the thing to, what is it? It's Torment 4, right? So we're going to do the Greater Rift. Oh no, we're just doing Rift. We're going to change this to Key Warden at 4. So we're going to Key Warden, and we're going to hit Join Game, and we're going to join some random game. Just wait for a pal level. Yeah, waiting for a pal level is probably the smarter thing to do for most people. So it doesn't look like there's any Key Wardens going, so I'm going to just do a private game, and then I'm going to open it up as a Key Warden. But what I'm going to do first, watch this, I'll show you guys tip and trick. So we're doing Key Warden. This is Torment 4. Hopefully we can actually kill stuff. We'll find out if we can or can't very soon. But we open the game to the public, but while we're waiting for people to join, because people want to do all the Key Wardens, it's smarter for us to actually just go do like Zoltan Cool or whatever. So the first one that we got to do is, let's see, we have to do all the Key Wardens, Zoltan Cool. Let's see if we can do Zoltan Cool at T4. Now with the Shadow Power, we'll have the defenses, but like damage-wise, we'll find out.
Need more time.
Not doable. I'm not gonna be super fast, but it's okay. Once we just need to get this thing done. What I could swap to right now is the Carly's Point, the Impale. But I have to have a melee weapon, so I have to craft a dagger real quick. And then we can go to Carly's Point. And then we can actually kill stuff in like one hit. Because the next sort of steps that we've got to do to complete this are relatively, like, it's just like tankier, it's like more HP. If I want to kill like the Warden fast, because I'm just going to rush straight towards the objective here. So we can use a sword or we can use a dagger. So what we're going to do is we're going to forge any sort of dagger right here. Just hope that it has a socket. Go craft one of these. Just hope that it doesn't roll like that bad. Okay, it has Dex and Life. That's good. Now, I'm curious if you can do this. I don't know. I'm curious to know if you can do this. If I re-roll it to say socket, and then select sockets. Okay, that worked for the season journey. Cool. 10 out of 10. Alright. So I'm just going to do a ruby now. Later, an emerald is going to be the best in slot. But now we have a huge damage boost to our ability that we're going to be using. And I'm going to swap this to that. I'm going to throw these in for extra damage for now. Later we'll be changing a lot of stuff, but I want to do this for now. And now for damage, we are going to be running Impale. I'm going to try Ricochet, and we'll see how it kind of performs. So now I'm going to actually do the Key Warden. So the first one, I mean, they're all like, there's one in each one. So to find the Key Warden, you just go to the area. There's a little picture of a little key.
An ally has joined my
Sweet,
party,
someone else joined.
But my foes gain strength.
Where is it? Did they change it? There's usually a little, like, a little icon. Like the key, okay. Oh, it's right here. It's Fields of Misery over here. You can see all those little key icon? It's just, it blends in with the game. Oh, I'm just typing that's on me, so he knows that we can do the Key Warden. You can see we're doing millions of damage now. Okay. Because how this works, I'm gonna run out of resource actually. Okay, so we killed him. Oh, there we go. He's gonna be dropping a infernal machine. We need to pick those up. So we've got to slay all 4 of them.
My training has paid off.
So that was Act 1, and there's one in Act 2. Here is Dog Oasis. We're gonna actually swap some stuff because I'm gonna run out of resource if I do it this way. So let's run. What is it? Blood Vengeance, as well as the Bat Companion. I'm gonna start swapping some stuff up just for extra resource. So it'll be nice to not have to activate our. Actually, this one we're gonna run Displacement. because I want to go fast. And then here's the next one. Okay, cool. Get the machine. And the next one we got to do is an Act 3 in Stone Fort. This one's a longer one. Our character's already looking pretty cool, though. Hello, Amazing. What's good? Most of this stuff will just, I mean, we're hitting for millions of damage because it's the reason why I started out with Demon Hunter. It's this reason. But I'm typing it on me so he knows that he can just TP to me. I don't have any resource. Okay, there we go. What we could do is we can swap Phantom Knives up with a separate preparation. We can do punishment. That also can help out. So now that we've gotten that one, we got 3 of the machines. We go to the next one. There's a total of 4. And we are ready to go. So where's It's fine. I'll just TP to him. Hope. Is it Gardens of Hope? Okay. Some of these have like some little blockades. We will one-shot all of the elites here. Super satisfying.
I need more discipline.
And then the last thing that we got to do is the GR 20, which is can be challenging for some builds, but like with this build, you'll melt it, no problem. I'm gonna go up, perhaps, or sometimes you have to go down further, and then it connects up. Hopefully this is the correct way. Otherwise, we gotta go kind of far back. Yep, that was right. It's gonna be up. God, I love this skill because it like balances. Like, it's kind of like, I guess, the shield build for Crusader, but it's just cooler because it's a dagger. He's here, right? Okay. I just wait for the other person to be there because if he's not with you, he will not get the drop, and obviously, and the thing completed. I don't believe you can be like in another act. Oh, the wizard just came by. All right. So what's the next thing that we gotta do? We gotta do Siege Breaker. Siege Breaker next, because they're gonna have to. I'm assuming they're all doing this for this reason. No one farms the keys. Siege Breaker is in Act 3, and we just go all the way to the top. There's a goblin over here. He dropped crossbow. Which one is it? It's like a worthless one. The only crossbow that's actually worth anything is Wahani Assaulter, just for a rapid fire build. I guess there's Manticore actually. Manticore is used for the cluster arrow build. And after this, we just do the GR 20. We are home free. We finished the entire. Well, it's the first 4 chapters of the season journey, which is all that really matters. Unless you want some of the bonus cosmetic rewards, which we will definitely do as well. But yeah, in 1 hour, we basically finished the entire, like, what takes some people the entire season to do. Because I remember seeing on the Diablo Twitter, when they were announcing the season was ending, they're like, wait, can you please extend it? I haven't finished my season, like, journey yet. I'm just like, what? You can do, like, there is technically like, another part of it, but, like, we completed the whole thing in an hour. Well, you have to hit level 70 first, which, and depending on the season, it could take you, like, an hour-ish. Sometimes maybe 3. I think the most it's ever taken me is, like, 3 or 4 hours to, like, get to max level. That's like getting really unlucky, and I was testing no challenge rift cache. This guy's gonna die in like 1 hit. There we go. And the last thing is a solo. GG's. So we finished out on the solo. So now the last step to finish everything is going to be to do a Greater Rift 20 solo. So let's go ahead and do that. So this one, you have to be by yourself, okay? This is the only thing that is hard. That doesn't really matter. You can create it on Torment, whatever. Doesn't matter because you do a GR. But you may need to do more than one of these. The reason why is because I don't know if it lets you start off on GR 20. Let's see. So you're going to do GR. Oh, you'll have to do a couple GRs over here. Right, so you won't have immediately access to doing the highest torment. Like, they won't just give you access to T20, so you're going to have to go from whatever torment. I'm just going to go ahead and just slam it down. Let's go ahead and do it. Let's go. I might want, instead of Seath, I might actually want to take, or instead of Darkheart, we take Seath. Seath gives you extra resource. I mean, this will be a pretty easy cakewalk for us. It's wise, because the Shadow build, well, you can see it one-shots basically everything. And also, in a Greater Rift, you cannot change your skills. Or your items. You're locked. You are locked to it. And then what we actually want to craft also that can help us out a lot. Oh, this is going to make everything super easy. You want to craft the Guardian set, which we might be able to craft. We'll craft it on the bracers and the belt. You see how fast we're clearing out this now? Like, once you get your build up and running, I mean, you're going to zoom through content. Oh, the power pylon's going to melt things even faster now. I don't even see that Elite drop the orbs. Oh, there we go. Because when the Elites drop the orbs with Blood Vengeance, we get to pick those up, and it makes it much faster. What's up, Platypi? How you doing? Next floor, 62%.
Not enough discipline. Need more time. Ooh.
I just love the one-shotting in this. It's just so satisfying.
I'm still here.
That was just the taste.
My hatred is too low.
Pop the bat. The bat also gives us some resource. It'll go super fast. Maybe craft some stuff, Pee-wee? Ah, nice. Woo. We're completing the entire season journey for Diablo. It took us 1 hour and 14 minutes to complete the, well, after complete the next one. We're ranked, oh dang guys, we're top 500. Oh, we actually got an okay belt. Alright, so when Urshi comes out, you're going to select, in the very beginning you're always going to get Bane of the Powerful, or you can get Legacy of Dreams. And you're just going to upgrade these gems. The gem upgrades are going to be much more important later. And we can socket them in our jewelry, although right now I only have like one socket, which I actually can throw it in, actually. So let's go and put that Bane of the Powerful inside, and it gives us a special like ability. When we kill an elite pack, we just get to do some more damage. We also got a couple, we got Wind Force. But just like in Diablo 4, Wind Force not so good in Diablo 3. We got a Ancient, which is okay. The thing is Ancients will add a lot more damage. However, I need to run a dagger right now currently for my build because our build requires it. I might throw that in the cube. Put those away. I like Wind Force a lot, but it is just unfortunately not very good. It's because I was a huge Diablo 2 fan, and well, Well, actually, it's less damage. Oh, I rolled int. If I wanted to equip that on my follower, maybe you can do that. All right, so yeah, we just got to do a level 20. So once we do the level 13, which I guess is the highest you can go, then it goes to 16, and I'm guessing it's going to go to 19. Watch it. Well, it goes to 19, so it's going to require us to do 3 of these. But how long is it taking us to do these, right? It's really fast. And since we got a bunch of the stones earlier on, we'll be able to slam these out. See how many Greater Rift stones we have. Oh, we have 50. Wow, that's actually a pretty nice start. Because normally you'd have to do rifts. If you don't have Greater Rift stones, you would just do the regular rifts, and at the very end, you can get them as drops. But as we start going up, things are going to start doing way more damage. They're going to be way tankier, but this build should be relatively okay in the damage department. I mean, we're hitting for already like 400 million on non-crits, so yeah, this build, 1,000 million. You can hit for insane amounts of damage with this. Super early on, no good gear. I'm still running a rare item. And with our blood shards, we're going to try to get that Carly's point. If we get a Carly's point, excellent. We need to kill an elite over here. The elite will drop a bunch of globes for us. Oh, there's no elite right here. We just one-shot it. So damage is not a problem at all for this build. There we go. Could actually swap the passive for like the extra like damage to slowed targets. Always a power pylon. We're one-shotting everything before, so it doesn't really make too much of a difference for our build, but for some other builds, or if you're pushing, even with this build, it helps out. I mean, you're not going to one-shot everything at a GR 150. Super satisfying. So with this build, ideally what you want to try to do, and for some builds in Diablo in general, because you won't have a bunch of resources in the very beginning, you can throw in a topaz, that's the yellow gem, inside of your helmet, and that will help out with your resource. In fact, that's what we should be doing instead of cooldown reduction. Later, most builds will want cooldown reduction in their helmet.
I'm still waiting.
And you start rolling for like good rolls on pieces of gear. Because this season, my plan was to actually play Crusader, but I'm starting off on Demon Hunter because, well, I think it's way faster. It's way, way, way faster. Unfortunately, no bosses in that one. Yeah, doing elite hunting is a lot more fun as well. If we had the, there's a belt, I think it's called Shadow's Coil. It allows you to basically fly around the map doing cartwheels. It's pretty cool, but it loses out to Guardians because Guardians is just way better this season. Because you have limited Paragon points, so you need the extra main stat, which in our case is going to be Dexterity. Let's see if we can one-shot the boss. Yeah, we'll one-shot it. Let's go. Now we're top 237, so we got Legacy of Dreams. Nice. We're going to keep on upgrading the Bane of the Powerful in the very beginning. And the reason why is because Legacy of Dreams does not help us. Eventually, once we get Bane of the Trapped, it'll be much better for us. So let's see if we can get it now. We can see if we can craft Guardians right now. So if we go to the craft, so we got those crafting materials earlier on. Let's go to Bracers. Do we have Guardians? Sweet. I'm not going to be too picky on the rolls on it. I just want the thing to exist. Ideally, we would get lightning damage bonus. Let's go to the... Oh, we know what we're missing. We're missing the Royal Ring of Grandeur also, which you get by doing the bounties. But we can go ahead and craft the belt real quick. Because the belt could actually be better than our current belt, like, easily. It's possible. Oh, wait. Oh, this is level 55 one. Oh. Okay. It's the wrong Guardians. We don't want this one. We have to get the thing from that Bounties. It's fine. It's not that big of a deal. But you normally want to craft the Guardians. Alright. It is good. Okay, it's going to be 19. Oh my gosh, it's making us do the other one. Alright, we're going to make this... We're doing all of it, so... So things will get a little bit more challenging. So we're just going to deal a little bit more damage. I should probably throw on Perfectionist. Actually, it's going to be much faster if I do it this way. So what we're going to do is we're going to rip right here. And then I'm going to go back into last checkpoint. Go back into town right here. I'm going to have Orc close the rift so it cancels this one out. And then what we're going to do, because it's also a really bad map, we're going to get Perfectionist. And then maybe anything else that's going to give us some sort of like damage reduction could be good here. Dark Heart's decent for that. Displacement, I don't really need the movement speed. I guess Healing Vapors could be okay. But Archery is kind of pointless for us because we're using a dagger. So that one's not going to help us out. Get extra life regen for standing still. This one's kind of nice to have, where it's like if you would die, you just don't die. There's not any like just flat damage reduction other than like getting Perfectionist. The other option would be to throw on the Boar. The Boar is going to give us a lot more tankiness because we're okay on damage, although the other one does give us extra resource. And I kind of want to swap Darkheart to Seath for that reason. Even though Darkheart gives us damage reduction, I would rather prefer the other one for now. So let's go ahead and do a... another rift over here. Hopefully we get a better map too.
Not ready yet.
So we'll still see we're one-shotting pretty much everything here. It's great, but I need the elites for my resource. There we go. Oh, there's a conduit. That's gonna be great. I got walled off. There we go. So conduit can only hit so many enemies, so ideally you kill all the small stuff. But for our build, it doesn't matter. We can one-shot all the elites anyways. But normally that's what you'd want to do with conduit. But once it's active, I mean, you could just play a running simulator. But there's a big group over here, so I'll have to attack them. Conduit is one of the best things in the entire game. Some builds literally cannot kill the boss unless they have that thing. Well, we're almost out of resource, but it's okay. It's coming up to our Vengeance. Seed should give us extra resource. Oh, this would be kind of nice to have too. And if we level up fast enough, we can just use the level up as our resource. Interesting strategy that does need work, but since I have this bonus pylon effect where we just don't take damage, I can really focus in on fighting the elites. The elites only. Power pylon. So if we had Carly's point, I mean it's like 3 times faster. Excellent. So pylon, right, 10 more seconds of it. Oh, our Seath is back up. Pop that. This is very little. 10 hatred per second. Because we don't have any like resource cost reduction. In my helmet, we should probably put that one in. It'll help out quite a bit. Alright. Oh, we've got a little bit of rubber banding.
hatred is too low. I'm still waiting.
There we go. Kill him. And the glows with Blood Vengeance will give us resource, so pick up those as well. It makes it much easier once we are able to just cartwheel around. But we're gonna have to do a 20, so the last one will be the next one. And we're done with the first few chapters of our season journey. See if we can one-shot this. One-shot that. Top 265 now. Woo! I'll go to Ursh again. Level up this. I want to. The first thing that I level up is always Bane of the Trapped, or well, if I can get that one. But usually I go for Bane of the Powerful to level 25, because the other gems don't get good until you level up multiple things. So now that we've done that, we got 2 different pieces of set. Now we can do the next one. We have these other Paragon points. If I want to, I can put in like resource cost reduction, which is actually what I would prefer to do. It's such a small amount in the very beginning, but it all adds up. So actually with this one, I'm gonna put it all into extra 4% hatred. All right, we're gonna go as much resource as possible, and if we can combine the gems to, yeah, so we got some Imperial Topazes. We can throw that in our helmet. If I want to, I can reroll other things to get like resource cost reduction or anything that would benefit my character that some of the stats that don't have. Like this one, Rapid Fire is completely worthless for us. So I'm going to reroll that one just because it's worthless. You're not going to have a lot of materials in the very beginning to reroll, but for example, what we would want is impale damage on this. Let's see if we can get it. I'm just going to take the life regen for now. I don't have a lot of materials to reroll, and this is not a very important reroll right now. But like extra life regen, 5,000 per second, well, it's going to be much better than what we had before. So we just need to do a GR20 solo, and we're going to go ahead and do that. Now with this extra resource cost reduction, hopefully we can spam on our abilities a lot more. And after this, we're finished. We got our full 6-piece set, and we're going to be zooming through content. And we just keep on going higher in the greater rifts, because we can do T16 real easy with this build. Because right now we're missing out on the extra 75,000% damage, which is just bonkers levels of damage. And we're still missing our dagger. Our dagger could be a ancient. Orbs, keep on moving. Yeah, this extra like resource cost reduction definitely is helping out a bit. Also, because we're leveling up, it makes it faster. See those things where there's like a little shield bubble? Just walk into it. Just try to hit them from far away. The shield bubble slows down like time. That makes so the dagger takes forever to reach them. So it's about an hour and a half. Finished the entire season journey, basically. With the exception of, like, the cosmetic rewards. Just the first few. So we can get our 6-piece set, which is actually pretty impressive.
Sweet revenge. I'm still waiting.
Where's the elites at? This is a really bad floor. Let's go to the next one. go. Got one of the loots down. Power pylon. Not that we need it, but I'll take it. So we can pop that. There we go. So I like running smokescreen is because we are able to pick up the globes while they are in mid-explosion. Oh, there's our last boss. See, I can walk up to this. Other classes wouldn't be able to do it. Oh, true. We popped it the last second, but it's fine. We got Guardians to work anyways. Alright. Woo! Now we did a GR20. So now we can get our 6-piece bonus, and we are just going to fly through the game. And we also got Ice Climbers, which is... it's a thing. It used to be like the best pair of boots in the games, and they actually originally had a socket. I still think I have mine. They're on non-season, obviously, but... So now that we have this completed, we gotta go, and we can now enlist. So now we're going to claim our last reward, and that's basically what we need to do after level 70. So what is the next goal? Right now we have our 6-piece, so we're only kind of getting started in terms of our damage. Our damage can go way up, but it's pretty much just doing rifts and greater rifts and getting, you know, better rolls on your pieces of gear. But the main thing is now that we have the 6-piece, I can literally one-shot most things. But the next upgrade, if you are playing this Demon Hunter, because some of you guys might be following this like full little series that we're doing, as we are doing like the full guide for like, you know, the leveling. And if you copy this Demon Hunter build, what we're looking for is Carlay's point as our weapon, which we already crafted. Now you can craft another one, or what I would do, or you can gamble with your blood shards. But what I would rather do is I would rather get the holy point shot. That was the thing that we were trying to get earlier, and hopefully we can get one. So let's see if we can get one with these. Oh, we have. Oh, come on. Oh my gosh, it gave me a bunch of other ones for other builds. Oh wait, that one even rolled. Just for the bullet build. Let's see if we can get it. Alright, we still didn't get it, but that's luck of the draw. We did get Dead Man's Legacy, which is kind of cool for multi-shot, and it is a pretty viable build as well. But what we're looking for is specifically getting a Holy Point Shot. Once we get a Holy Point Shot, we're going to just get a lot more upgrades here and there for our build, but that's the main thing that you want to do once you hit level 70. Complete your season journey, and then there's technically another section of it where you can go further, but these are just for cosmetics. They don't give you any power boost. So that's like your main thing, and congratulations if you've done it, because it takes a really long time for some players, and it takes them like the whole month and they still don't get it. But we've already got the extra portrait, we got the pet, and there's another pet that you can acquire. These are all just cosmetics, so. But in terms of things that are not cosmetics, we got all of it. We got our 6-piece. That's our main goal. Anyways, hope you guys enjoyed this walkthrough/playthrough. If you did, drop a like. If you're new, subscribe to the bell, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace out.